The stations of KUAM, wishing you and yours a very happy holiday.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion. KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust. Serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson Navigation, serving Guam and Micronesia for 20 years. Cars Plus, Dodge Challenger, the undisputed champion. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dededo. Always open, always local.
Ahead on primetime, the verdict is in. A jury has decided the fate of a man accused in a 2013 vehicular homicide case. Plus, new details confirmed after an airport cop is caught allegedly stealing from a gas station convenience store. And residents can now access their social security information at their local public library. Keani Mendiola has the story.
Hello and good evening.
Guilty of vehicular homicide in the second degree. The jury spending only a couple of hours deliberating today, returning with that verdict against Max Manabat.
That conclusion coming down this afternoon to this now more than 4-year-old case. Here's more from today's closing arguments.
He will have to serve some time behind bars. Max Manabat walked out of the courtroom today with his family by his side after jurors came back with their guilty verdict. He has been convicted of vehicular homicide as a second-degree felony. The Manabat family declined comment for now.
Homicide is when one human being causes the death of another human being. I told you that James Paul Aguero was killed on August 13, 2013. By the defendant, Max Theodore Dizon Manabat.
The prosecutor, Peter Santos, says today's outcome is what victim James Aguero's family has waited for long enough so they can finally get on with their lives. Before today's deliberations, both sides gave closing arguments.
What killed James was crushed chest and fractured pelvis. But ladies and gentlemen, this was not an accident because this was preventable.
As we reported, Manabat was driving a Toyota Camry attempting to make a left turn off Marine Corps Drive in Jigo when the crash occurred. Santos recalled testimony given by witnesses, investigators, and Aguero's girlfriend Doreen, who was riding on the moped with him.
He just did not have time to brake, to swerve, nothing. That's what happened, ladies and gentlemen. He was looking for her. He looked at her instinctively like, hold on, this is it. We're about to die. That's what she said. It was a look of horror and terror.
The government says, I'm trying to lay the blame on Mr. Aguero. I'm not trying to lay the blame on Mr. Aguero. I'm poking holes in his case.
Defense attorney Randy Cunliffe also spoke about testimony given during the trial by one of the responding police officers.
All she knew at that time at the scene was that Mr. Aguero had a passenger on the back of his moped. Offending vehicle. He was committing a traffic violation. The government says, no, he was. Well, from the evidence we know at the scene, he was, not Max. What did we find out later? After the autopsy was done, it turned out that Mr. Aguero had a blood alcohol level of 0.116. The situation, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not here to blame anybody. This was an unfortunate accident.
Despite that argument, the jury came back with their decision of guilty. Manabat faces 1 to 8 years in prison for the vehicular homicide conviction. Sentencing is set for February 28th.
His rape conviction stands, this according to a recent opinion by the Supreme Court justices in the appeal filed by Franklin Finnick Jr. Finnick appealed on grounds the trial court denied his motion to acquit at the close of the government's case in chief and that a government witness was allowed to bolster the credibility of the complaining witness. KUAM files show the victim in this case was only 12. The court cited the government and affirmed Finnick's conviction on all counts.
No additional jail time for a prisoner busted with a Samsung cell phone. In court on Thursday, Julian Robles pleaded guilty to promoting prison contraband as a second-degree felony. Because he's already serving 20 years in jail for his federal drug conviction, the local court ordered he serve 6 months concurrent to the federal jail term. As we reported, Robles was busted with mailing $1.5 million worth of the drug ice that he shipped from California to Guam.
He was the getaway driver in an armed robbery at a popular tourist spot. In court on Thursday, Xavier Tatautel pleaded guilty to third-degree robbery as a third-degree felony. The 39-year-old faces up to 5 years in jail. His plea agreement requires he testify against his co-defendant, Jeremy Evaristo. Evaristo allegedly wielded the gun at a woman and her daughter. The duo reportedly made off with $800 worth of stuff. Tatautel's next hearing is set for February 8th, while Evaristo is set to appear in court next week.
An internal affairs investigation is underway after an airport police officer was placed under arrest. As we reported, 49-year-old Police Lieutenant Dean Derek Delgado was caught on surveillance camera at a local gas station along Route 10A, eating store products without paying for it. He is facing theft and official misconduct charges. Airport management has yet to respond to the incident. However, KUAM confirms he is being investigated internally.
The customer is always right, but the patron apparently wanted to refund items he didn't pay for. According to court documents, 27-year-old Brandon Jerome Cruz was caught on Kmart surveillance footage, gathering items in the store and attempting to refund them using a receipt with the same items purchased the day prior. He was ultimately denied a refund and walked away with $35 worth of items. Court documents also state he was carrying suspected drugs and drug paraphernalia. The items tested positive for the drug ice. He was arrested and charged with possession of a Schedule II controlled substance as well as retail theft.
A pullover involving a car that matched a description from a robbery case leads to this man's arrest on drug charges. 23-year-old Derek Julian Salas Canata was in the passenger seat at the time of the pullover. According to court documents, the officer could see Canata pushing a brown paper bag under the passenger seat with his foot. A search of the car revealed an improvised glass pipe that tested positive for the drug ice.
Well, stick around for more news here on Primetime.
You're watching KUAM.
There are more ways to experience KUAM News than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming, KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
Happy holidays!
Guys! Greetings from Saipan! Hey everyone, here!
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays! Warm wishes from Guam.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. 2017 is rapidly coming to an end, and the big finish is on now. At Cars Plus in Mighty, get big year-end savings on a big selection of new 2017 Ram trucks, Jeep Wranglers, Dodge Challengers, and all Fiat models. Plus, buy from Cars Plus today and receive a Cars Plus value card, where you get 21 cents off per gallon at all Shell stations. Big savings and 21 cents off per gallon with a Cars Plus value card when you buy during a big finish at Cars Plus in Mighty. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Now you can choose your favorite Nissan rides and 30 flyaways on Philippine Airlines when you play Micronesia Mall's Your Best Choice giveaway. To play, present mall receipts to win a new Versa Note SR, the Crossover Rogue Sport SV, the Heritage Edition 370Z, or you can choose a tough Nissan truck. Plus, there are great instant prizes from Burger King and Foot Locker. Win more cars, trips, and prizes when you play Micronesia Mall's Your Best Choice giveaway.
Be merry, be bright, and make shopping all right with holiday gift cards from Chuck E. Cheese's Guam, Ruby Tuesday, and King's Restaurants. Receive special offers with every purchase for extra holiday happiness. See stores for details and have fun this season from all of us at the GFS Group.
KUAM News. Find us on your favorite social media platform. Follow us and stay in the know with Guam's news leader.
Welcome back. At least one wholesale company is saying removing gross receipt tax exemptions for them and others would have major impacts on consumers across the island. This response comes after the Guam OPA crunched the numbers looking into GRT tax exemptions over at Rev and Tax. The report states GovGuam has foregone potential revenues of $210.7 million from fiscal years 2014 through 2016 as a result of the exemptions. They recommend a need for strong oversight and review over GRT. However, Rev and Tax Director John Camacho says his hands are tied from making changes.
I think what the auditors probably are saying also is that we need to take a look at this and try to let the legislature know about these exemptions. But I've been here for many years, and these things have been brought up in the past. I think I've been down there.
Meantime, a roundtable hearing is set for January 16th at the Guam Congress Building to discuss this very issue. You can view the OPA report at opaguam.org.
Tired of waiting in line at the Social Security office? Well, now a new computer app allows you to view your valuable information without having to take a trip to their office.
Along with being available at your fingertips, you can also access it at your local library. Kehani Mendiola reports.
Once again, technology makes our lives a little bit easier. As of Tuesday, residents can now access their Social Security information at their local public library. The Guam Office of Technology has installed the SSA Express icon on 61 Guam Public Library System computers at their various branches. Frank Afflequi is the spokesperson for the Guam Public Library.
It's kind of like a collaborative effort with Social Security Administration. They've, I guess, experienced something that was very successful in other regions, and they reached out to us and to see if we could install the SSA icon, so it'd be better accessible to patrons, for our patrons as well as their patrons.
The SSA Express icon allows residents to access specific portions of the Social Security Administration's website, including their benefits, forms, SS card requests, and more. The best part? It's free of charge, and you won't have to visit their office in Tizen.
You just come in, sign in for the computer, and just click on the icon, and take them to different things that that'll be able to assist them with their benefits as well. Okay. I mean, maybe not the entire process, but some of the things that that they do go and stand in line for.
The application continues to be what GPLS officials have stated as just, quote, one of the services that we provide to the community in terms of being a hub for information, end quote. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Kiani Mendiola.
Well, school is out for the holidays, but the students in this next report apparently don't take breaks when it comes to applying for higher education.
This week, DOE hosted a college fair for high school juniors. Carmen Terlahi has more.
No breaks for the aspiring college student. High school students are taking this winter break to get a head start on their college apps.
I would like to go to Harvard or something, or Princeton, but that's out of reach. But this is a safe option. UOG is the best for me, my best option for me right now.
Ivan Russell is a junior at Southern High School. He often dreams of finding the right college to pursue his degree.
There are often many opportunities that are overlooked by students, and that starting early is the very best option for us in terms of looking for the right college just for us.
It's not the typical college fair, usually held in September for high school seniors. DOE wants to get the process started sooner, inviting 100 juniors to start lengthy, time-consuming applications and look into financial aid. Father Duenas Jr., Ethan Story.
I think we all had kind of a base understanding of what we would be doing here prior to this, but none of us really knew the details of what we would have to do to see about getting financial aid. See about where we can apply that we're going to be able to get the best value for our education.
Home for the holidays, the workshops were led by Vincent Flores, originally from Sinahanya, who now lives in Korea as the advising coordinator for Education USA.
I'm here in Guam, even though that's not international students and Guam is not part of my region. I thought I'm helping out international students in Korea how to study and be prepared for college. Why shouldn't we do it for students here in Guam?
And if there's one lesson she learned, Taryn Rupley, a junior from JFK, says it's that all her goals are within reach.
I learned different websites to narrow down my options because I had a long list of dream schools and places I want to go, and I just learned that there's no such thing as can't. You can, it's just the will you have to do it or not.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Carmen Victoria Terlahi.
A, B, C, D, above and beyond the call of duty. That was the motto of the late Colonel Dr. Walter Chris Perez. As a tribute to his 8 years of exemplary military service as State Surgeon, the Guam National Guard held a dedication ceremony on Thursday, renaming the Assembly Hall in his honor. Colonel Dr. Perez was awarded posthumously with the Legion of Merit and Distinguished Service Medal of Guam, which were accepted on his behalf by his children, Callan and Matthew, and his grandson, Nolan. The late Colonel's daughter took a moment to speak about her father.
There were many values in life that my dad treasured throughout his time on this earth. But during the last decade of his life, 3 of those values became really apparent, and those were faith and family and freedom. And I know my dad particularly valued the specific type of freedom that our guardsmen and airmen fight for in the National Guard.
Numerous dignitaries were also in attendance for the ceremony, including Lieutenant Governor Ray Tenorio, Major General Roderick Leon Guerrero, members of the legislature, and the Perez family.
A conference focused on traditional healing, the third Amat Conferencia or Chamorro Medicine Conference, will take place on January 3rd to the 6th at UOG, bringing together hundreds of healers from the neighboring Mariana Islands and the Philippines. Zita Pangilinan, president of the Hadza Foundation, says it also keeps tradition alive.
Our indigenous healing tradition has been around for over 3,500 years. It sustained our people, and right now we are at a risk, a threat of losing our healing practice.
The Hadza Foundation hopes that this conference will inspire the next generation of Chamorro healers.
Sports is next, but first here's a look at your island weather.
Christmas, let there be joy, and let the light shine on the ones who need it most. Let there be Christmas, so merry and bright. Let all the children be in safe hands tonight. Please, Mr. Santa, you don't know how grateful I would be. Yeah, no, no. Whoa,
A wise man once said that life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. You don't always see that 10% coming when you get hurt or feel the devastation. For over 40 years, Alpha Insurers reacts quickly for you to provide you with peace of mind. Always. Alpha Insurers, protecting your good things in life.
The Down Syndrome Association of Guam exists to support families of individuals with Down syndrome. We're a group of parents who have children with Down syndrome and know the joys and challenges of raising them. For more information about the health, development, and education of a child or adult with Down syndrome, please contact Vicky Areola at 472-6114.
countdown to 2018 and enjoy the New Year's Eve fireworks on Sunday, December 31st, with the best spot on island at the Governor Joseph F. Flores Memorial Park, Ipao Beach. The annual New Year's Eve celebration will kick off at 5 p.m. with live entertainment along with food trucks, face painting, and more. The New Year's Eve fireworks event is a Guam Visitors Bureau's signature event and is made possible by these sponsors: Biba Anunwebu.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
Today, Mariana's Guausi Chris on this last Thursday of 2017. And you know how we do last 2 Thursdays of every month, we profile an outstanding scholar athlete in a segment we call Game Changers. Brent Solis has got the drive. The father, Duenas Friars senior golfer, is a 4-time high school all-island champion. He's also Guam's top-ranked amateur golfer, and he was raised up in the Guam Junior Golf program.
Definitely helped a lot. Growing up in this program, you know, I got to compete with all the local junior golfers, and you know, I experienced a lot. I learned a lot from the older golfers as well, and yeah, it was a great experience.
With the island boasting some pretty good talent on the local links, Brent has to put in the work to stay on top, and for him, that's par for the course.
It does keep me wanting to work on my game. You know, I feel like I should maintain this #1 rank status, and you know, it's definitely something that I've worked for.
Brent teed off for the first time at 5 years old, and by the time he was 8, he was competing in his first off-island tournament at Torrey Pines in California. Solis has played all over the globe as a youth golfer: Thailand, Indonesia, Abu Dhabi, England. But he says the land down under was the toughest.
New Zealand, where I played the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship. You know, it was the most well-groomed course over there, and it was pretty challenging.
Being competitive at such a young age, Brent is grateful for the mentorship he's received from older golfers on Guam, like his coach, Gus Gogui.
You know, they taught me a lot when I go out and compete against those guys internationally, and you know, I've learned from how they play, and they've said a few things that I took away from them, and you know, it's a good experience.
Solis has been hitting more off-island tourneys in high school, and he just scored a top 10 finish in Chico, California. He was golfing in Las Vegas a couple weeks ago, and he's hoping to hit the jackpot after high school.
Ever since I started high school, the end goal was to play college golf, and as of now, I have some offers on the table. And right now we're just evaluating to see, you know, what's the best route for me to go.
He golfs almost every day, and he's got 3 local tournament wins under his belt. Being a senior, he knows good grades will only get him closer to the
A new Nissan with no money down and not make a payment for the next 3 months. It's on the house. No money down. We make your first 3 payments. Just sign and drive away. For details, stop by Nissan Upper Tumon or log on NissanGuam.com.
Say hello to the holidays with Docomo Pacific. Check out our stores today until December 31st for amazing deals. Get $50 worth of prepaid load for free with the purchase of a Figo smartphone. Up to 50% off accessories. And sign up for any Trio bundle to get a free wireless router. Plus a chance to win a 65-inch 4K TV. Say hello to the holidays with the widest 4G LTE network in the Marianas. Docomo Pacific. Better together. Some conditions apply.
Attention drivers, it's your last chance to save big during Triple J Auto Group's absolute year-end clearance. Get unbelievable savings on all remaining 2017s plus mini 2018s. Take advantage of our lowest prices of the year on Hondas, Acuras, Fords, Mazdas, Lincolns, Volvos, Kias, and used cars. New cars as low as $137 per paycheck, and used cars as low as $80 per paycheck. See PDN and post-print ad for details. Visit us online at triplejguam.com and get pre-approved instantly. Trade-ins welcome. Some conditions apply. See dealer for details. Triple J Auto Group. Customers first.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
Happy 12th birthday to Noah John Guerrero. We love you from Mom, Myra, Daddy Rick, and Sis Myrica.
Also, a happy belated birthday to my uncle Dave Delgado, visiting from Washington for the holidays.
Remember, you can be part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online on KUAM.com. Please make sure to include with your photo your birthday, your name, and your photo.
Right.
Did I say that already?
Yes. Put it there twice. Well, that's our time. Stay tuned. KUAM's In the Mix with Sabrina Salas Matanali is coming up next. You don't want to miss it.
You'll see
our moves and everything we got, the rest of the team. Good night.
Good night.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion. In the Mix is presented by California Pizza Kitchen. Visit them today at the Holiday Resort Hotel.
Half a day, everybody. I'm Sabrina Salas Matanani. Welcome to another episode of In the Mix. Today, we are heading into the Lion's Den at Custom Fitness in Anigua to tell you about the upcoming first ever of its kind fitness challenge, Uproar Guam.
Custom Fitness Center first opened its doors in 2013 by Paul and Ryan Claris.
We have two parts of Custom Fitness. One part is the physical therapy part, which I'm the physical therapist, and then our other part is our gym side. So on our gym side, primarily we offer CrossFit classes for adults. We also have a CrossFit Kids program, and we now are we're full-blown into our hybrid program as well. We also do strength and conditioning for teens.
Every member of the staff at Custom Fitness Center are certified. Ryan himself holds a doctorate in physical therapy.
When we first started, I think one of the biggest takeaways that I've learned is you need to be certified. At least be certified and at least be educated. So all the coaches that we have here are either have graduated from school already and are certified, or in the process of getting their degree. So everyone that is here has gone to school under a health program and have certifications. So yes, we do pride ourselves in that.
Their years of experience in the fitness industry has led to Uproar Guam.
We started Uproar with me, myself, and Eli Monch. It's a non-profit organization to try to get all the fitness enthusiasts out there together. And so what we've done is it's basically we've released our online qualifiers. We have individual, and then we have a team series. So the individuals who qualify for the actual event, which will be held February 2nd, Sheraton, 2018, it's a head-to-head competition. So it's me versus you going one-on-one in a workout. That's what it is. And it goes tournament style, so it's a format style. So 1 in 16 versus, in terms of seeding, so it's 1 in 16, 2 in 15, so on and so forth. So basically it's the luck of the draw and the luck of the workout. So if you really can't hide. If you're really good at one thing and you don't get that, then you're basically one and done. And then we also have our team series, which is meant for corporate teams to be able to kind of give back to the community. That's a 10-person team. Our preliminaries event is going to be held January 13th here at Custom Fitness. And then the top 4 then will advance to Sheraton. And again, it's all head-to-head action.
According to Ryan, the workouts are designed to incorporate a myriad of fitness standards.
So the movements itself are more generalized. So an example, from the ground to shoulder. Or from the ground to